The player that had a fantastic summer is Mexico's Marcel Ruiz. On Friday, reports emerged regarding the future of the 24-year-old attacking midfielder for Toluca. According to Cesar Luis Merlo, Ipswich Town is in advanced negotiations with Toluca over a potential transfer that would see Ruiz make the leap to European football for around 10 million pounds. 10 million pounds for Marcel Ruiz. Herc knows this. Shaka, I'll let you know right now, I'm the biggest Marcel Ruiz fan. I've been pushing for 2 years for whoever the national team manager to finally give him a chance. He had his chance, and he did great. Now, Ipswich, they were just relegated to the championship, but still, this would be massive for a player at his age, coming after maybe his best season after winning the league with Toluca.
Yeah, this is a player that started out very young in Querétaro, and then he goes to Cholos, and he goes to Toluca, and everywhere he's been, doesn't matter how young or how old he's been a standout player. But in his position, it's not a goals or assist. It's balance that he brings to his game. It's balance that he brings to the team. And he's finally got his opportunity with the national team, and he's done well at that level. Let's not forget it was the Gold Cup. Let's not forget who the competition was. But for Marcel Ruiz, he's there. He has the platform. So I guess it depends who you ask, Mal, because there's a perception in Mexico that the championship isn't a good league. There's a perception in Mexico that in down south, and we work in our media bubble, that he's for a better league. I actually think it's a league that's going to...
Remember the tweet that I put out like a year and a half ago when we were having this conversation in Ahora Nunca, that I said, the championship is clearly a way better league than every other league in the Americas. Name it, Brazil,
I don't know if
Mexico,
it's better league
Major
than
League
Brazil.
Soccer. Oh, it is. 100% it is.
Well,
but I mean,
I don't know. But
if you want to just compare it to Liga MX,
it's a strong league. It is what I'm going for, and I think for his skill set, adding that verticality, adding that physicality, adding that type of environment, day in and day out, where you play in a pressure situation where you could get relegated. There's no relegation in Mexico. Adding that element to his game is going to only make him grow. And a year out from the World Cup, he's going to be a stronger, sharper player. I absolutely love this from Marcel Ruiz.
Now, that is a good question, because let's say the move happens. He goes to Ipswich. He's going to have to fight to make the starting 11 every single week. And that is a long season. The championship is a long year. He's already a star at his current club. Is it a risk moving to a different club, a different league, trying to start to make your place in a different environment as your comfort zone 1 year before the World Cup?
I think you have to get yourself out of your comfort zone as soon as possible and as best as possible to the best suited football club to you. Now, albeit a year out from the World Cup, I think what's working, I guess, against Marcel Ruiz in this instance is he's 24 now. You wait until the World Cup, all of a sudden it's 25, and maybe having a different conversation depending on how the next 12 months go. Ipswich comes knocking, or at least a European club comes knocking, I think you have to pay very careful attention. And as players, we know this. You back yourself regardless.
Yeah.
So moving out of your comfort zone, moving to a new league, moving to a new challenge is the last thing on any player's mind. Everybody else worries about that. The player just sees himself as being a success. Rightly or wrongly, that's just our DNA. Now, the question, and maybe I don't share your opinion about the strength of the championship.
I love the championship.
Now,
I love it.
No, I think the championship is a very interesting league in that you have, was it 24 teams? You probably have 10 footballing teams. You have 10 teams who are just there to battle you physically, and then 5 or 6 who are just kind of somewhere in the middle. And the difficulty for players is finding that balance. Difficulty for teams is finding that balance of when to be physical, how to be physical, when to play football, when not to. And that is a good learning curve for somebody like Marcel Ruiz coming in. The trouble is, and the question then is it as big a platform as maybe a Eredivisie, given that we were just talking about Malik Tillman.
Good point.
Or some of the other smaller European leagues. Let's
Portugal,
call it. Exactly.
the Netherlands,
Are people paying... English clubs pay attention to the championship?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that anybody else in Europe
And just sick
will.
fans like me.
Well,
Yeah, well, I'm with you in that regard. I'm with you in that regard. I'm just not sure that Ligue 1 clubs or Serie A clubs are paying any attention to the
That's
championship.
valid point.
to your point of a player backing himself, I could easily see Marcel Ruiz thinking to himself, this team was in the Premier League.
We'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Exactly.
Because as of recent, clubs that get promoted to the Premier League, right, they've been fluctuating between both leagues. There have not been major changes in the teams that have been
With the
playing
parachute
Championship
payments,
and
yeah,
Premier
yeah.
League. We've had this conversation before. For Mexican clubs, it's not easy to let players go unless it's for an insane amount of money. If that report is accurate, 10 million pounds, that's an insane kind of money for a club like Toluca. Should be good enough for them to let Marcel Ruiz go and play in the championship for Ipswich Town.
I don't know. Cruz Azul just bought Orozco Chiquete for
insane,
about
yeah,
14 for a
14, yeah,
defender
you're right.
who's never really played for the national team. So